Hey guys, happy Monday to everybody, and today I am kicking off the first of many reviews in a series of facial oils that I have tried and I want to give you guys some feedback on. So right now at Sephora, you are getting double the points for any skincare purchase that you make. And all of these oils that I'm going to be telling you about this week qualify. So if you do have a Sephora VIB card, this would probably be the time to go and make the purchase. It's always good when you can get double points, right? Also on Ebates, I will link my Ebates link down below for you guys if you want to use that. But if you go through Ebates right now, there is 8% cash back if you make a purchase through Sephora. So might as well get some cash back while you're at it, right? Normally it's only 4%, but right now it's 8%. So anyway, I wanted to pass that information along to you guys because I use Ebates to do all of my online shopping and I have saved a ton of money. So anyway, link will be down for you guys below. I'm starting off my reviews with the first oils that I ever tried on my face, and it's the Josie Maran Argan oil in light, and then I also have the regular. There's definitely differences between these two for me, and I'm going to get into those differences here in a little bit. First, I want to start off by saying that my skin type is extremely oily. I overproduce oil like nobody's business. In the past, I have had to use Milk of Magnesia as my everyday makeup primer in order to control the oil on my face throughout the day to a point where it was manageable. And I did that for years and years and years. And recently, I found another product that works just as well. But I have to say that probably the best decision that I made for my skin was to start using facial oils to help to balance my overproduction of oil. And that sounds very contradictory, but it is absolutely true. And it took me a long time to really get comfortable with that idea, because to me in the past, I equated more moisture, or especially using an oil on my face, with just making me greasier. But that has not been the case. Now, I will say I don't use these facial oils during the day. They are far too heavy for daytime use, even the light argan oil. But I do use them almost every single evening, and I find that I wake up with just a much more refreshed, dewy, beautiful, plump complexion. And I have noticed that it has absolutely, over the last, couple of months that I've been using these oils, helped to take some of that oiliness away. So it's helping to balance my skin so I'm not overproducing as much oil. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. So the reason that I started out with Josie Maran is because this was the one that I just have heard the most about. I have known several of my YouTube friends who have used, they mostly use the regular formula, but they have just raved about using the oils on their face. And it was, like I said, a big step for me, because the first time I was like, oh my God, this is just going to result in like zits all over my face. And I was so impressed when, after the first couple of days, like my skin had no reaction to it. The only reaction was like producing less oil throughout the day and not breaking out. Like, that was awesome, right? It was like what I was crossing my fingers for. But this light formula has been such a great fit for me. Argan oil is rich in, I have a couple of notes in front of me just so I don't forget anything. It's a very fast-acting vitamin E containing oil, and it also has a lot of essential fatty acids in it. And what it does is it really helps to plump up your skin. It helps to balance your natural oil production, and it just makes you feel so soft, and it just makes your skin glow. Like, that's all that I can say about it. I've gotten a lot of compliments on my skin in the last few months, and I have to say that that is largely in part due to the fact that I have started using the argan oil and some other oils on my face. And there are several others that I have used, and I'm going to be talking about those this week as well. So the Argan Oil and Light is something that I will use every other evening, you know, if I'm alternating with some other oils, or I'll just use it several days in a row and then switch to something else. But this was the first one that I tried, and I do really, really enjoy this. This doesn't really have much of a scent. It has kind of a slight nutty scent to it, but it's not offensive in any kind of way. It just smells very like earthy and natural. So this I have found has been excellent for my skin, which is somewhat breakout prone with certain types of products. I also tried using the regular formula on my face for about a week straight, and I can tell you that this was much too heavy for my face. I did get a couple of breakouts from the regular formula. There is a definite difference. This is it's thicker. It feels more, what would you call that, viscous, than this. This is a little bit more runny. I don't know how they create the lightness of this oil. I don't know if it's just processed a little bit more, but there's a definite difference between these two in terms of how they reacted on my skin. Now, all is not lost for this nice little bottle of oil. By the way, you can purchase this size to be able to try the argan oil at Sephora for, I believe, $15, or you can get samples. They are always very sample happy at Sephora, and that is actually how I've been trying some of my other oils that I'm going to be reviewing for you guys, because they give you a very generous amount. But $15 for this really isn't a bad deal, because this will last you several months. So this I am now using on my body. So I basically just put a few drops of it in with my body lotion, whatever it happens to be that I'm using that day, and I'm putting it on my skin, and my skin on my body loves it. It's been great for my eczema. It just helps to make me feel moisturized. It's not greasy on my body. It seems to absorb very quickly. So this has been great for that. So I'm certainly glad that I have this. I'm glad that I tried it on my face, and I'm glad to be able to tell you guys that there's a difference between the two for me. And if you have the same kind of skin type as I do, which is, it's not really sensitive, but there are just heavier products just don't react well with my skin. And this was just a little bit too heavy. Now, I'm going to go ahead and link down below where you can find the Josie Maran Argan oil on the Sephora website so that you can read up a little bit more about it. There are tons and tons of really awesome reviews about both the regular formula as well as the light formula. People say that their skin feels a lot more hydrated and supple, that their skin felt smoother, that it looked more radiant, that just the overall texture was improved. That their skin felt more balanced, and also that it felt calmer and soothed. And I can absolutely agree with all of those claims and then some. Like, I just love what this has done for my skin. It has really helped to soften the lines on my forehead. I have a very expressive face, and that means that I have a lot of kind of deep grooves, and I'm starting to get a few fine lines. I use this all over my face. It takes so little. 2 to 3 drops is all that you need, and basically just right after you cleanse your face, put the drops on your hand, sort of run your fingers together like this, and then just pat it into your skin. That's all you need to do. Once I have it patted onto my skin, I will also go through and kind of do a little massage, so that it just works the product in there a little bit more. Plus, it just feels good. And then I'll do like little like tapping things. Just a great way to give yourself like a little mini facial every single night. It's a great product, you guys, and I am so impressed that it worked for me. I'm not going to say that it's going to work for everybody, but I will tell you what. Go get a sample of it. You'll know within the first few days of using it whether it's right for you or not. Sephora obviously has a great return policy. If it doesn't work for you, send it back or take it back to the store. They will happily exchange it for another type of oil if you want to try something else, or they'll give you your money back. I just think that this is such a worthwhile thing to try. I know that there are a lot of other brands out there for argan oils. Some are significantly cheaper. I went ahead and started with the Josie Maran because I like the fact that she had a light option, and I haven't seen a lot of light argan oils out there. I also like the fact that it was readily available to me in store. It just made me feel a little bit better about purchasing it because I knew I could easily return it. Like I didn't have to send it back on like a website or anything. So I got to tell you guys, this has been one of the best things that I have done for my skin, and I will never go back. Now, I do have a few other oils that, again, I will be reviewing that I like pretty much just as much as I like this. They're different, though, in the claims that they make and sort of the skincare benefits that they claim to give you. But this, I think, is a great one to start out with if you're just starting out with facial oils. So this is the one that I would probably recommend just to everybody globally. If you're super dry, I think you'll probably have a little bit of better luck with this. But if you're super dry and you're kind of acne prone, I would say go with this and use your regular moisturizer. That works really well with your skin to get that little bit of extra moisture. But I'm telling you guys, thumbs up. Amazing decision. I'm so glad that I decided to try this. And if you have any questions, definitely leave me a comment down below. Price. So the full-sized bottle of this, which is 1.7 ounces, is $48, and that is the price for the regular or the light formula. So, and again, right now you are getting twice the points with your Sephora VIB card. So if you're saving your points for a 500-point perk, now would probably be a good time to maybe go and pick one of these oils up. So, as always, questions down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.